Imagine walking into a pitch black room. There's no light, no visibility, just total darkness. What would you do? Would you stand there and complain about the darkness? Oh, it's so dark in here, I'm upset. Would you look for a way to turn on the light? We live in a world where it's easy to get overwhelmed by the darkness around us. Turn on the news, scroll through social media, overhear conversations at work or at the grocery store, and people are angry and worried and discouraged and tired. Yeshua didn't call us to sit back and be consumed by the darkness. He called us to shine, to be a light to the world. And here's the truth. The only way we can shine is if we stay connected, if we stay plugged into the source where the light comes from. Look at this branch, right? This branch once held beautiful, delicious grapes, but now it's lifeless. No matter how productive it once was, it will never produce another grape. Why? Because it's been disconnected from the vine. Yeshua said it plainly, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. But apart from me, you can do nothing. Nothing, not a little something, not some fruit, nothing. Doesn't matter how much talent you have, how much money you make, how successful you appear, how much fruit you grew in the past. If you don't stay connected to the vine, if you're not abiding in Yeshua, your efforts will be temporary at best. Like this branch, right? Your fruit will wither, your strength will fade, and eventually you'll be running on empty. Moses understood this, right? After the golden calf debacle, God told him, I'll give you the promised land. I'll even send an angel to help, but I'm not going with you. Well, some people that would have been enough. Oh, well, land, milk, honey, success, protection, and angels coming. That sounds great, right? Moses said, no, if your presence doesn't go with us, don't send us up from here. Right? Moses understood that all the success in the world meant nothing without the presence of the Lord. The same is true for us. Right? Moses didn't just rely on one-time experiences with God. He actually set up a tent of meeting, a place where he met with God regularly. That's how his face ended up shining with the radiance of God's glory. What about us? Do we have a tent of meeting? Are we making time to meet with the Lord daily, or are we just running on spiritual leftovers from past encounters with the Lord? Right? Just like the moon doesn't generate its own light, it only reflects the sun's light. We can't shine if we're not regularly sitting in the presence of the Lord. When Peter and John stood before the religious leaders in Acts 4, people could tell, it says they could tell that they had been with Yeshua. Can people tell that about us? Do we reflect? Are we glowing with his love, his kindness, his slow to angerness? Or are we burned out and frustrated and easily irritated? You can't force fruit to grow. You can't make yourself shine. But when we abide in him, his spirit naturally produces in us, in ever-increasing measure, love and joy and peace, slow to angerness, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Today, set back up your tent of meeting. Maybe it's a quiet room in your house or a park bench or your car during your lunch break. Wherever it is, take time to reconnect with the Lord. Ask him to fill you, to guide you, to shine through you. Because when you stay connected to the source, your life will bear fruit that lasts. And in this dark world, your light will shine brighter than ever. Amen? Let's go shine.